Hey everybody, JCB here at The Awesomeness. You're watching The Awesomeness Vlogs. So I just wanted to do a quick update video explaining to you guys kind of what's going on with the channel, what's been going on with the channel, why is that so crooked, things like that. So I just want to make a quick little update about like the channel and myself and life and where everything's been and where it's going and all that happy stuff. And I want to apologize right at the start of this video because I know there's going to be a lot of jump cuts because I'm working completely without a script, just kind of off the cuff, talking about life. And so of course I'm going to have long takes and long rambling sentences. So first things first, let's answer some of the questions you guys probably have, like, why are video updates so random lately? The main boring answer to that is life has just been absolutely crazy. First of all, at work, I got a brand new position as a film teacher, and so that's been taking up a lot of my time. Not only am I spending all day at work, but then at night I spend the vast majority of my night preparing for the next day. Basically, I'm teaching hour-and-a-half classes and I'm creating lesson plans and assignments. I'm trying to find ways to make it fun and interesting and interactive with the kids so that they feel encouraged to be creative and so that they can make things on their own. And hour-and-a-half lesson plans are like trying to make an hour-and-a-half YouTube video every single night. And when you take into consideration that I actually teach 3 different subjects, you can multiply all that by 3. And that's where most of my time goes. It's also where a lot of my creative energy goes. I'm being creative every single day because, again, it's like trying to make an hour-and-a-half worth of YouTube content every single night for every single class, and it's a lot. In addition to that, there's also been some crazy personal stuff going on, particularly with my father-in-law who's been sick, and so my wife has been going out there to help him as much as she possibly can, which means in addition to all of our busy work schedule stuff going on, she's also gone a lot, and so I try to spend as much time with her as I possibly can when she is around and when I'm not working and when she's not working, which isn't very much time to begin with, so that's where a lot of the time goes. And on top of all of that, my band has also been recording, and so every week we're in the studio recording our new album, which will be coming out as soon as it's done. I know some of you are very excited about that because a lot of you post comments in my microphone review videos asking, what's that song that I'm always testing the microphone with? When's that going to be done? It will be out soon. We're going to record it very soon. It's going to be done very soon. We're shooting for the beginning of the year, 2018, so I will let you guys know when that's done. I do have all new content coming to the channel, some new ideas for shows, some new exciting things happening very soon. Like I said, I'm getting back on the weekly update schedule. You will be seeing some cool new stuff, and I'm very excited about that. Also, of course, adding more of the old things you guys like, the Six Flags videos, the review videos, all that stuff is going to stick around still. It's just going to be adding some more new things to it as well, and I hope you'll be really excited for it. I'm really excited for it. I think it's gonna be a great time. 2018 is gonna be a fun year. For those of you who watched my most recent video, thank you very much for doing so. That video actually got flagged by YouTube's content-aware AI bot that is apparently retarded. It's really weird because there's absolutely nothing inappropriate in that video. I don't even cuss in it, and yet YouTube flagged it as not advertiser-friendly for some reason. Apparently it has something to do with the iPhone 10 tag that I put in the video description because it was an iPhone charger and I figured the newest iPhone is the iPhone 10. People are going to be wanting a new charger for their new phone, duh. And apparently any tags that have X in them, YouTube automatically thinks is like XXX or X-rated or what have you. And so a lot of iPhone 10 videos have also been demonetized for this reason. Yeah, YouTube, your bot sucks and you should probably get rid of it. In fact, I think I want to address this issue right now because I've been meaning to make like an Awesomeness Explains or Awesomeness Quickie about the advertiser-friendly bot because it's been wrecking havoc all over YouTube for a while now, but I haven't really had the time, so why not just tackle it right now, right here. Let's get this out of the way. So basically what happened was a couple of fucking idiots decided they were going to make some videos that pissed off a bunch of people, including YouTube's advertisers. Kinda stupid, right? So in response, the advertisers decided we're going to pull all of our ads. Google, of course, freaked out about this and created this half-assed, really stupid bot that's supposed to watch every single YouTube video and decide whether or not that video is appropriate or not for advertisers. It's basically a Terminator tattletale. Basically, it uses machine learning or artificial intelligence, or whatever you want to call it, to try to figure out whether or not a video has things like violence, or hate speech, or profanity, or nudity, or sexual content, or even things like controversial issues and things, which I think oversteps a little bit. Anyway, if it finds these things, it'll flag your video as inappropriate for advertisers, and it'll either completely demonetize your video, as was the case with my video, or it'll just cut down which advertisers can actually advertise on your video based on its content. Of course, the biggest problem has been the false flags. A great example of this is Valve News Network, who a couple of months ago posted a video about that Half-Life 3 story leak thing that happened the exact same day that that leak happened. So he was right on top of it. Posted a brand new video about it right at the day when it happened, so everybody who was looking for or found his video got thousands, maybe even millions, I didn't quite check the final statistics on that, on this video. It was the biggest video he'd ever posted in his entire career on YouTube, and he's been doing this for a couple years now, and he got nothing for it because YouTube had flagged it as inappropriate due to the fact that it had video game violence in it, because Half-Life is a first-person shooter, and apparently the bot can't figure out the difference between a video game and real life. So that's what you want policing your site. Yeah, something that can't tell fantasy from reality. Good job, Google. Now, of course, in a situation like that where Tyler from Valve News Network relies on his YouTube channel for his income, something like that is a huge hit to his pocketbook. In my situation, I have a job that pays my bills. I do this more for artistic purposes, for fun, for just kind of connecting with people. If I'd been doing it for money, I would have given up a long time ago, because I don't make very much. So if one of my videos gets demonetized, it's kind of like, well, that sucks. And sometimes that's stupid. Another one of my videos that got demonetized was the "He's My Client" video, which is absolutely ridiculous and may be inappropriate for advertisers just because nobody will want to advertise on that thing. Yet it got demonetized because it was inappropriate, apparently. I don't know why. I mean, it's just a bunch of people saying, "He's my son." He's my client! So as far as I can tell, the problems with the bot are fourfold. Number one, false flagging videos that aren't actually inappropriate causes YouTube creators to lose money even when the video's been corrected later on. It usually takes a few days for YouTube to realize they've made a mistake, and by then anyone who cared about the video has already watched it, and so of course they watched it when there was no ads because it had been demonetized. This is what happened with Tyler from Valve News Network. He had a big news story, he put his video out there, but there were no ads running on it because the YouTube bot messed up, and so he made no money off of his biggest video ever. That sucks. This needs to be addressed. The way I would address it would be to treat it kind of like a copyright strike, where if you get a copyright strike, you're able to contest it. And once you do that, the ads begin running again, but the money gets put into like an escrow account until the dispute is settled. And once the dispute's been settled, the money then goes to whoever won the dispute. So in this case, if you say, no, my video is not inappropriate, the ads will begin to run again, the money will be put into an account, and then if they say, no, no, your video is inappropriate, they can then refund that money to the advertisers, or maybe they could like put it into a charity or something, like do something useful with it, maybe, that'd be nice. And if your video is not inappropriate and you were right, then you get that money and you don't lose anything for having this thing happen to you. Number two, YouTube is flagging content that it has been previously okay with. A lot of YouTube creators are having their videos flagged as being inappropriate because the videos are inappropriate, but they've been inappropriate for like 6 years and YouTube never cared until now. This caused a problem because some longtime YouTubers have been making money off of these longtime videos that are like some of their most popular videos from years back that are still getting views and still creating money for them, and now suddenly those videos be demonetized because they said a swear word in it 5 years ago. YouTube has always been okay with swear words until now, and so now they're demonetizing these videos that have been a consistent revenue stream for longtime creators, and that sucks. The way I think you fix this is pretty simple. You tell the YouTube bot, don't check anything that already existed on YouTube before you did. Just don't worry about it. All that stuff's grandfathered in. If somebody said a swear word back in 2007, nobody cares. Just leave it alone. Number three, they have this weird rule where if your video has been flagged as inappropriate, you can contest it, but only if your video gets 1,000 views per week. And until then, you can just kind of say, hey, maybe check this out when my video becomes popular, and until then, don't worry about it, which sucks because you're not making any ad revenue in the meantime. The problem is on very small channels like this one, I have a lot of slow burn content that gets a few views every day and eventually has a lot of views. And so I have a very small amount of money being kind of added up over the course of maybe 2 or 3 years, and then eventually there's actually like $1 there. Well, if my video is demonetized on day one, I can't even accrue those small little fractions of a penny here and there over the course of 2 years. Nothing will happen on that video until it's reached 1,000 views per week. In some cases, I'll be lucky if a video reaches 1,000 views total. I mean, I got videos from my first year on YouTube that still have 35 views on them. And my biggest issue with this is twofold. First of all, YouTube claims that the reason why the bot makes so many mistakes is because it's still learning, and that the way it will learn faster is by people catching these mistakes and then reporting them so that the bot can figure out, oh, I made a mistake here, let's not do that again. But if you're automatically removing videos that have less than 1,000 views per week from that bot's data set, it's gonna take a lot longer for it to realize it's made mistakes. Why do that? Why take these videos out of the bot's ability to learn from its mistakes? That seems kind of dumb and counterintuitive. Two, if a video has been deemed important enough to demonetize because it has inappropriate content, then it should also automatically be important enough to review that decision. Why have this double standard at all? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, either a video is important or it's not, and if it's not, then why demonetize it? Why do you care? If you don't care enough to check it out and make sure you didn't make a mistake, then why make the decision in the first place? It just seems odd to me. And the way I would fix this is just don't touch videos that have less than 1,000 views. I mean, how many ads are really running on that video? How likely is it that an advertiser will be associated with that content if less than 1,000 people per week have even seen it? Just don't demonetize videos that are that low in their view counts in the first place. It just seems dumb. And number 4, we have the censorship problem. Basically, YouTube is becoming too much like TV. I mean, it's bad enough that the front page is already littered with clips from late night talk shows. YouTube is not TV. YouTube is successful because it allows for the kind of programs that TV wouldn't ever touch. And sometimes that means reviewing viral videos of people getting into stupid fights. Sometimes that means talking about political issues that TV thinks is too controversial to handle. Sometimes that means saying things that they wouldn't allow you to say on TV. I don't want some watered down ABC Family version of YouTube. I don't even like the real ABC Family. TV is dying a slow, agonizing death because it only offers one kind of content. Family friendly, wholesome entertainment, you won't ever hear the word fuck. And it's really weird that YouTube is even bowing to this kind of pressure, considering this is where the eyeballs are. This is where the audience is. This is the revolution of digital media. YouTube has the power. Without YouTube, advertisers will have to rely on TV, which again, is dying. So to fix this, why not just let advertisers choose what kind of content they want to advertise on? Maybe create like a rating system so that if you say the F word, you have like a PG-13 rating on YouTube, and then advertisers can say, we want to advertise on this kind of stuff, we don't want to advertise on that kind of stuff, so you don't have things like Disney advertising in front of videos about, you know, why Nazis are cool or something. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like YouTube even cares about what its creators want or what their creators think, and they only seem concerned with what the advertisers want, which is really weird considering the YouTube creators are the ones who create the value for this site. I mean, there are plenty of video hosting sites that have no community, that have no quality content, and those websites fail, and YouTube can become the video equivalent of Friendster or MySpace if this were to happen, and yet they don't seem to care too much about their fledgling online community that really creates all of the content that is on the website that people actually watch. Now, of course, I'm not including this channel in that group of creators who actually create value for the site because this is a very small channel. I'm just currently over 3,800 subscribers. My plan was to actually reach 5,000 by the end of 2017. Maybe if I had stayed consistent in my content creation, that might have happened. But now I'll be happy just to reach 4,000 by the end of the year. That said, YouTubers create the content that people are watching on the site. Without content, there's nothing for the advertisers to advertise on, and they gotta go back to TV, which again, is dying. YouTube and the creators hold all the cards, and yet YouTube's bending over for these people like a metaphor of people bending over for things. And it really makes me think that maybe the big YouTube creators and all of us smaller YouTube creators should band together and just kind of go on a monetization strike. Just like pick a day out in the future, maybe January 1st, 2018, just saying, where we all demonetize our videos, just voluntarily demonetize our videos as a sign of protest. If we deny the advertisers the ability to advertise on our content, maybe then YouTube will listen to us because, hey, these advertisers are screwing everything up and dragging YouTube in a direction we don't really want it to go. I don't want this to be the next iteration of TV with censorship and all that stupid stuff, although I will say it's been pretty fun watching the people who rely only on swear words and shock value trying to come up with new ways to entertain people. That's pretty hilarious. Anyway, I really do think the James Francos and PewDiePies of the world should start a demonetization protest. Just set a date and tell all their subscribers, hey, support us on Patreon during like the next 3 months so that we can keep doing the channel without the ad revenue because we're turning off the ads. Think about it, the fans will be happy because they'll be able to actually watch their favorite content creators without any ads. I mean, it'll be like having YouTube Red without having to pay for YouTube Red. The creators will be happy because they'll be able to show, hey YouTube, we have the power to make this site run the way we want it to run. YouTube will be a little annoyed at first, but then once they can tell the advertisers, hey, screw you guys, we have the eyeballs, if you want them, you better pay up regardless, and we can turn off the bot finally that's causing us so much headaches. Why didn't they just put a freaking disclosure on top of every ad that runs on YouTube that says, this advertisement does not equal an endorsement of the video you're about to see? That seems like such an easier, more elegant solution to all of this, doesn't it? So yeah, voluntary demonetization, protest, strike thing, whatever you want to call it. It's not an original idea. I'm not going to pretend that I came up with this idea or anything, but I think it does need to happen. And the best way would be for the bigger YouTubers to say, this is what we're doing, this is the day we're doing it, join us in solidarity, and I would be #MeToo all up in this thing. I mean, I would demonetize everything I got. And you can say, you know, this is the start date where we demonetize, this is the end date where we remonetize, or you can say, YouTube, we're not remonetizing our videos until you meet these list of requirements that we have, and one of them is turn off the advertiser bot thing, and there might be other ones like change your code of conduct or whatnot. Just to send the message that, hey, advertisers, you need us as much as we need you. Maybe more so considering there's Patreon and all these different ways that we could get funding for ourselves if we absolutely had to. I mean, that's always an option for us. It's not such an option for you. This is the biggest platform in the world. I think it would work. I think the advertisers, after a month or so, would be like, all we have is TV and radio. This sucks. Do whatever you gotta do, YouTube. Do whatever you gotta do. And I'm sure YouTube would be happy to have that freedom again, because the direction we're going in now just really sucks. There's lots of ways you can do it. I think it just needs to be done because right now, especially the bigger YouTubers are really getting screwed on this thing. People like me, I got a job. It doesn't really affect me, but it does annoy the crap out of me to see people that I actually like watching getting screwed over when they are the reason this website still exists and is popular. It's like finding out your favorite actor isn't getting paid for that hugely successful movie they just made. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As I said, I am trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you have a favorite video of mine that you think your friends might like, feel free to share it on all your favorite social networks. Maybe they will also subscribe and that could really help. I do release new videos every week. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So until next time, keep being awesome. So what do you guys think of my new chair? Do you like it? Let me know down in the comments below. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button and the bell icon to get more chair updates as soon as I post them. This video is sponsored by chairs. Stop sitting on the floor like a dingus and buy a chair. Chairs are a thing. Join us in the 16th century and buy a chair. Your butt will thank you. I don't even remember what I was doing.